Okay, perfect. So we start. Hello everybody. We are Cristina and Miguel from TopWorksheets team. And today we're doing a webinar to have an approach with you, our English community, as we are expanding our platform in different countries all over the world. We will start the event with a little introduction about the TopWorksheets project, and then we will jump to an explanation about the different tools of our app. This will be very useful for the ones that recently have signed up and are learning how to make their own worksheets. Finally, we will open a question round to participate and ask your doubts. So let's start. TopWorksheets. What is TopWorksheets? TopWorksheets, it's a platform that lets teachers make self-correcting exercise as well as use and modify public worksheets already made by our users. But how was TopWorksheets created? Almost a year ago, TopWorksheets opened its website with the intention of solving a problem, a huge problem that was concerning almost all teachers over the world. Because of the pandemic, teachers were not able to keep the same interaction with their students, and this caused a huge crisis in the development and the entire education system. This is how TopWorksheets team came up with the idea. Nowadays, young people are used to new technologies, and we cannot fight against that, so we have to use them. We have listened to teachers' opinion about TopWorksheets. We have listened people's opinion on TopWorksheets, and one common comment is that students increase their productivity and learning desire while using the interactive worksheets because they think that they are playing instead of studying. Fortunately, the COVID situation has improved in a lot of countries thanks to the vaccine, and a lot of teachers have been able to come back to their face-to-face classes. But surprisingly, teachers continue using TopWorksheets even they could use other traditional methods. Thanks to you, thousands of teachers are using TopWorksheets every day for doing homeworks, class exercise, or even exams. Okay. Before starting with the editor explanation, I would like to say that one of the main objectives of the team is to create an easy to use and very intuitive platform. As we know, there are teachers that are introducing themselves to technology, and we want to make it as easy as possible for them. Moreover, we facilitate different channels for learning about the platform, usage on your own, and getting support from the team, such as the community. I will, you can see that our community is here. You can join our community and ask whatever you want, but you can also check our Get Health page with a lot of tutorials and explanations about our platform. We also have our English social media profiles that we recently opened. Here we have our Instagram. It's not as huge as is our Spanish profile, but we are starting. Here we have our Facebook profile, our Twitter, and that's it. You can follow us to have an approach with us and know about the last updates that we made. Okay, let me put the presentation on time. Okay. Finally, I would like to highlight one key advantage of our platform. Teachers spend a lot of hours correcting students' exercise and exams. Thanks to the Worksheets technology, interactive worksheets can be self-corrected. This will allow teachers to have more free time and focus on other aspects of their teaching. So now, let's jump to TopWorksheets website. Okay. Okay, perfect. You can see the website, no? Let me check it. Perfect. Okay, so once you log in, you will appear in your profile interface, the one that you can see. You will see a bunch of worksheets that, from here you can manage different things, okay? Such as the inbox with your student's delivery is the one that is right here. And also the custom links that you recently created, okay? One from here. I would like to highlight that if you scroll down the page, okay, you will see a bunch of worksheets that should be related to your interests, the ones that you have here. By clicking the View All button that is on the top right, you will access to all of them. If you want to check all the public worksheets made by our community, you may click on the interactive worksheet button that is in the top menu. Okay, the one is right here. If you click here, you will access to all the public worksheets, and you can filter your search to fit your needs. Okay, depending on your subject, the country, where you are teaching, the school level, for example. Okay. So perfect. So now I will let Christina explain you about the TopWorksheets site.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I don't know if you hear me. Can you hear me, Miguel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you. Yeah,
I'm going to share my screen. Just a second. Can you see my screen?
Let me check the live. I think that yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yes. Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Cristina Valderrama. For me, it's a pleasure to be here with all of you. If you have any question, you just have to write in the chat and we will be answering, okay? Nothing else. I just hope you like the webinar and that you enjoy it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, the first thing we have to do to create a new worksheet is clicking here, create new worksheet. There are going to be two options asking us if we want to create a worksheet from scratch on a blank page, or if we want to upload an image as a background. This is the option we are going to choose. And you can see here the three types of options you can choose between. You can upload your file from Google Drive via link, or uploading directly from your computer, which is the one we're going to choose. We click in the page one, and now we are inside the editor. Before anything else, I want to add more pages because I want to show you all these tools. And with just one page is going to be impossible. So it's very easy. You just have to click here in Add Page. And as you can see, it's the same process that we just made. We choose the page 2. And again, you upload the third image. Now we have the 3 pages, and I want to tell you that if you click here in the settings, you can always change the page order, okay? But we are going to leave it right now like this because it's the order we want it, okay? So the first tool is the answer. With this tool, the student just will have to answer what they are asked. We just have to make a box, in this case, in this space blank space, with the mouse and drag until you have made a box with the size you want. Okay, in this case, I will do it like this. And here in the left side, we are going to write the correct answer. It's not the case, but imagine that this question have 2 right answers. You just have to click here and add a new correct answer. Okay, but by the time by now we're just leaving like this. So the second, the same. We just make a box and right here the correct answer. You can see that is very easy and very intuitive. Translate. And the same with the last one. It takes the moon 28 days to make 1 complete revolution around our planet. And the first exercise would be complete with this tool. The second exercise, we are going to use the selector because here the student have to choose between 4 options. So we make the box by clicking with the mouse and dragging in this above this line. And we write here in the left the answers they have to choose between. In this case will be new moon. We add another one here, full moon. The third one, that is waxing moon. And the last one, that would be the waning moon. Now, we have to check here what would be the correct answer in this image. In this case, would be new moon. You can see that all these options are going to be the same in the 4 of them. So I'm going to show you how to don't write it all again in a way that is more faster. You just have to copy with Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. And check here the correct answer. You just have to change here and check the other one. In this case is waning. The same with the third one. We paste it again. And we change here and we put full moon. And the same process with the last one, we paste. And we just have to change the waxing moon here. The answer and the exercise will be done. This size symbol is to preview it. Okay, this is, if we click here, we will see the page, the worksheet as a student. So look how turn out the first exercise and look how turn out the second one. The student will just have to choose between these all 4 options. Okay. Good. The third one is matching an exercise about matching the words. In this case, definitions with their words. So we go to the join option to join these 2 elements. We just have to make a box in the first one and go to the answer, in this case, telescope. And the platform automatically make the join. You can see that this is really easy. First astronaut to step on the moon, Neil Armstrong. You just have to make the boxes, the pair of boxes, and TopWorksheets will do the join automatically. You don't have to do anything else. Atmosphere and the gravity of the moon affects the tides. And the first page will have been done. And we pass to the next page. In the first exercise, they are asking the student to indicate if the following statements are true or false. So we go to the multiple choice, that is the next tool. And we just have to make, as always, 2 tiny boxes here in the T of true and in the F of false. In this case, the planets move around the sun, true. We check the right option, as simple as that. The second one, we make another tiny box, but you have to be very careful here because we have to change the identifier. We have to change it to associate it with a new question. See that it has changed the color. If we don't do that, the top worksheet would count it as the same question, so it wouldn't be correct. So we have to be careful with that, but it's the only difficult thing it has. So the Earth spins around the moon, false, check option. The same with the third. Changing the identifier, change the color. And the sun is a star, true. And the same process with the last one, always changing the identifier, okay? False in this case, and check. And the exercise will be complete. The next one is the drag and drop tool. The famous drag and drop, because it's very popular between teachers and students, because it's a tool very interactive. In this case, the student will have to drag these words to the right places. So having selected the drag and drop, we'll just have to make a box, as always, clicking and dragging. In Venus, we just have to check the drag is checked. Go to Venus and mark the drop. And the drag and drop will be complete. Same with the second. Saturn drag, Saturn drop. It's very easy. Drag, Sun drop. And it will be the same way, the same process, all the exercise. Jupiter drag, we just have to be a little bit careful and have an eye on this, on the checked answer. But you can see that it's very simple. Mercury drag, Mercury drop. Sorry if this exercise is a little bit long, but I want to make it complete because this worksheet, I am going to send it to Miguel, and I want it to be complete so he can do the whole exercise. Neptune drag, Neptune drop, Mars and drop here, and Uranus drag, Uranus drop. And the drag and drop will have been done. If we preview it again, like a student, you can see, well, the previous one, the student just will have to click on the correct answer. And here, look, easy and interactive. They will just have to pick and drop. Okay, back to the worksheet. We get to the last exercise of page 2, which is the word search. They are asking the student to find 3 words related to the universe. You can see that we have no image here. We have no background, but with top worksheet, we don't need it because we can do it from scratch. So we click on the word search. I'm going to do a big box, so for the student it's easier to find the words. And here in the left, we just have to write the number of rows, columns. I'm going to put 15 in each one. And the cells colors, I'm going to choose green, for example. I generate the worksheet manually. And here is the worksheet generator with the numbers we have just written. And here, the orientation. For example, I'm going to check the first and the second, because I want them to look for words in horizontal direction and in vertical. And here we just have to write the words we want them to look for. Okay, so it would be, for example, star, galaxy, and astronaut. And we generate it. Look, where we have nothing just a moment before, now we have this beautiful word search. So the second page is done, and we go to the third one, where the first exercise is asking the student how it will look like their dreamed spaceship. So we just have to go to the draw option. This is one of the easiest. You're going to see that you just have to make, I'm going to make in this case a big box. So the student have freedom of drawing whatever they want. And that's all. If we see how it has turned out, well, this is the previous exercise of the word search. And here, look, all the space, the student have to write whatever he wants with all the colors, the sizes, and the eraser. Okay, the next one is the voice answer. This second question is asking the student to answer the question, but orally. So we just have to go to this tool, the next one, the voice answer. And in this case, they are asking 3 questions. So we just have to make 3 boxes, just clicking and dragging. That's all. If we preview it again, I'm doing this all the time so you can see how it's turning out the final worksheet, okay? The student will just have to click here to start the voice recording. And for example, with which people will you travel into space? They will answer. And when they finish, they just have to click here in finish. The truth is that this tool is very useful for us and easy to make for us as teachers and for them as a student, because they just have to click, start talking, and finish. Okay, and the last one is exactly the same as the previous one, but with images. They are asking 3 pictures of things they will take on a space trip, and we make 3 boxes again. You just have to click and drag. One thing I don't want to forget to show you is this score system, and is that by default, all question in TopWorksheets is 1 point, but here we can change it. And for example, in this exercise, I'm going to put that each question has the value of 2. So we just have to write the number we want here, and the value will change. Just in the questions, you change logically. Okay, so just so you know. And I think we have finished all the tools answers. And now Miguel is going to explain you the text and the media.
Okay, thank you, Christina. Now I'm going to explain the rest of the editor tools. Are you still in the live? Are you here? Okay, let's move to the other tools, the ones that are from the text method. The first one is the text tool. The text tool is often used in an informative way. I mean, it's a box where students will not interact with. So it is used to write about something that you want the students to read, such as instructions of of an exercise. Okay, as Christina explained you, it works with the box. Okay, so maybe here in this exercise we can create that box, and we can put the text that we want the students to read about. For example, read the questions carefully. Okay, we can change the typology of the text, for example, to a scholar, and if it's too small, we can put it bigger, just like this, and the bold also.
Miguel, one thing, I think that your screen is not,
I'm not. Okay.
you're not sharing
That's
it.
true. That's true.
I just realized it, sorry.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys. So let me restart what I was saying. Sorry. Okay, let me delete that question. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what I was saying is that I'm going to explain the rest of the tools. As you can see, all of the tools that we have on the TopWorksheet site work as Christina explained you, creating boxes. Okay. The next tool is the text one. This tool is often used in an informative way. With that, I mean that students will not directly interact with it. So it's used to write instructions to the student. Okay. It's usually used when teachers are creating worksheets in a Scratch, okay, to put the statements of the exercise. Okay, so I'm going to do an example. If we create a box right here, for example, we could put that you should read carefully the questions. Okay. As you can see, it's not very visual, so we can put it bigger right here. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And we can also change the typology of the letters to the scholar and put it in bold. Perfect. So let's check how the student, sorry, let me put one question to let us pre-visualize what I've done. As you can see, it's right here. Read carefully the questions. So the student will not interact with the box. Okay, perfect. Let's move to the next one. The next one is the link tool. Okay, let me delete this one. The link tool, it's used to display an external link that can redirect the students if they click on it. Okay, maybe you have looked for a perfect website that explains about planets, maybe, and you want to put it on your worksheet to redirect your student. So you only have to click the link tool, create a box, as we created all the different tools, and now you have to fill the URL and the text to be displayed. In the URL, we will choose the URL of the external web page that we want to redirect our students. Okay, for example, this one from the NASA. Okay, we put the URL, and as you can see, what is displayed is the URL. So if we want to change the text displayed, we only have to write something here. For example, planet distribution. Okay, planet distribution. Also, you can change the typology of the letters, and the size, okay, according to the text. Perfect. So let's check how the student will look at. If the student is doing his interactive worksheet, he could click on the planet distribution text, and he will directly be redirected to the page that we passed on the TopWorksheets editor. Okay. Perfect. Let's move to the media tools to finish with. For example, as you can see, the third question, it's asking the student to add 3 pictures of things that you will take on a space trip. If you want to put them an example, you can add, for example, an image to your worksheet. Okay, we create a box, click and drag like always, and we can upload the image by uploading from our browse, by adding an image URL, or getting the file from the Google Drive. Okay, in my case, I will prefer to take the file from my browse. So I click browse. I'm searching where I have the file. In this case, I have it here. I click on the file that I want to upload, the image in this case. As you can see, I've recently uploaded the image. You can redimension it. Okay, so this could be a type of example. Okay, and as you can see, the student will see this. Obviously, he or she cannot click on the image and move it. Okay, it's to make it more visual. Okay, let's move to the video tool. Okay, the video tool. Let me delete that one and move to the second exercise. Okay, perfect. Okay, here the exercise is asking students to play the video and write a summary. As it is known, for example, music helps children to learn. So that's why we upload what we create, that image, to increase the interaction with our student. In this case, I will not upload a video, a music video, but I will upload a video from YouTube about asteroids. Okay, so as we explain about, you only have to click the right tool. In this case, it's the video one. You create a box with the dimensions that you want, and here in the field you have to paste the YouTube URL of the video that you want to be displayed in your worksheet. Okay, in my case, I've searched the video before. It's that one. I copy the URL, then I move to the worksheet. I paste it right here, and as you can see the video here. Okay, perfect. We already mentioned it, and the question was asking to write a summary about the video. So what is needed also is to create an answer box. Okay. Okay. Perfect. This answer box, we don't put a correct answer because it's an open question. That's why it's a summary. Okay. I am putting some examples of how you can combine the different tools that we made to make your worksheet more interactive and to let students enjoy about learning. Okay, so how the student will see that video, as you can see, like that, perfect quality. He or she will only click the play video, the play button, sorry, and the video will start. Okay? Perfect. We are finishing with the editor. Let's move to the last tool. Okay. As you can see, the last question of the worksheet that we made for that webinar is asking it's telling that the students have to listen and answer the question. Okay, so I will use the audio tool by creating a box right here. Okay. And you have different options, okay? You can upload an audio file, and this is often used for listening exercise, for example, for learning new languages, such as the English, and it's very, very practice. But you can also record your voice in live, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to record my voice saying 3 different planets or satellite, and the student will have to choose which of the 3 does not belong to the group. Okay. So let me start recording. We give permission to the platform. Jupiter, Mars, Moon. As you can know, we finished the recording and directly it's been uploaded. So now we have to complete the exercise. How we can combine the audio recording with the multiple choice that Christina has already explained here. Okay, so we could create 3 different boxes. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. We can make Control-C or Control-E like that. Okay. And we don't change the indicator because we are making or using multiple choice for one exercise. Okay. So we have to complete it also with the text that it can also be used for that type of exercise. We create a text and we can put here moon, put it in bold, and a scholar typology, and a bit more big. Here we can also put, we can copy that and paste it. We can put here Jupiter. Perfect. We can copy and paste it and put the last one that I don't remember. Which Jupiter, Mars. Okay, it was Mars, so we can check it as you can see, and we can put here Mars. Okay. So which of these don't belong on the planet section? So as it is known, the moon, it's a satellite, it's not a planet. So this one would be the correct option. That's why we check that option with that button. So that's it. If we want to delete something, for example, another category of the exercise, we can use the figure. Okay, we can add you can add some figures to your worksheet, but this tool it is used to make your worksheet more beautiful. It's often used when you are making your worksheet from scratch, but you can use it also to do this. Okay, as you can see, if we swipe down, the last exercise that we made, the student will see that he will play the audio that we recorded or we upload, Jupiter, and then he will choose the correct option. So that's all about the different tools that we explained from our editor. It's a very complete editor, but before finishing our worksheet and saving, I have to explain about the setting options, okay? Because settings are very important. Here, when you finish your worksheet, creating your worksheet, you have to check and adjust the different worksheet editors settings. Sorry. Okay. The most important thing for me is to check the auto grading rules, because if you are teaching young childs, maybe it's necessary to ignore the punctuation or ignore the accents or ignore the uppercase. Okay, so we could check those different options, the accent, punctuation, or uppercase. But if you don't check those rules, and if the students make it bad, it will be punctuated incorrectly. Okay, so once we put that, if we want, we can finish our worksheet. Firstly, we should put a worksheet title, such as in this case it could be, sorry, I've created that. Let me delete it. In this case, it could be asteroids worksheet. Okay. Once we put the title, we can save. We can click to the save button, and then we have to fill those options. So, okay, what is required? First of all, we have to think if we finished our work, and if we don't finish our work, or if we didn't finish our work, we can save it on draft to finish later. Okay. If you already finished your work, you can publish your worksheet in public or private. Okay. In public, if you publish in public your worksheet, the worksheet that you made is going to be uploaded with the other worksheets that have been done by our community. Okay, but if you click the private button, the only one that will have access to your worksheet will be you. Okay, in this case, I'm going to put it draft because it's not finished, so I will put it in draft. Okay, once we put or we select a different option, we should select the language, the subject, the major, the country, the school level, and the school grade. Okay, and once we finish with that, I recommend you to put a little description about the worksheet that you have recently created. Okay, because sometimes it helps the students or the different teachers that are searching for new material in our website. Okay. I also recommend you to use the tags, because it is good to classify the different worksheets that you do. Once you start making worksheets, you will not stop. It's a bit addictive, so I recommend you to put tags to organize your work. Okay. Once we finish, we save our worksheet, and that's it. Before letting Christina explain you how to share your worksheet with your students, let me explain about the one tool that the team created, that it's pretty good, because as you probably are thinking that that maybe it's a lot of information that what we are telling about. So maybe you need more time to start using TopWorksheets. So that's why we created a My Certification tool. That it's a tool that we create to let teacher learn how to use TopWorksheets on an interactive way also. Okay. As you can see, we love interactive things, such as making interactive worksheets, but we also want you to learn about worksheet on an easy way, okay? So that's why we create the certification. So as you pass the different certification levels, you will get a certificate and a badge. So I recommend you, once you finish listening that webinar, start making your certification, because it will help you a lot learning about our website. Okay. So I've already finished my part. So I will let Christina to explain you about how to share the different worksheets that you create to your students with different methodologies. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miguel.
You're welcome.
Let me just share my screen. Okay. Perfect. I think everything is okay, and you can see my screen, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Christina, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the first thing you are going to face when you create a worksheet, the first thing is going to appear as are these options. We have a lot of different choices, and I'm going to explain you all of them. The first thing that is going to appear is the link. With this link, if we copy it and paste it and send it to anyone, it would have the complete access to the worksheet, just having the link. Okay, and the first option is share worksheet with a student. We have just made a worksheet, and logically we want to share it with our students, and we want them to complete it. So we click it, and here are all the different options we have to fill in order to generate the custom link. For example, in this first one, allow students to view the correct answers after finishing the worksheets. Yes, I am interested, for example, that my students, when they complete all the worksheets, to see the correct answers. The second one, allow students to send comments when finishing the worksheet. No. All worksheet questions must be answered. No. I'm going to check these three because, for example, I am not interested that if a student don't know the answer of one question, have to write something, yes or yes, just to finish. So I will let this way. In the assigned group, we just have to choose a group to which the worksheet is going to be sent. In this case, I'm choosing 3rd of primary. Here we have the score system that by default is 10 out of 10. But if you have made a personalized score system before, we can choose it. But I'm going to think that for now, I'm going to click by the default because we are going to send this worksheet to Miguel. A number of times the worksheet can be done. This is very useful. For example, if we put an exam, and you just have to write here the numbers, or if you don't mind that the students repeat it maybe 2-3 times the number you want. And here we even can put a time range, so the student just is able to do the worksheet in the time range we decide. For example, today is Sunday, 3 of October, start time, and we put, for example, 11 o'clock at the same date. And we can choose, for example, to leave this time because I'm interested that my students have all day to make the worksheet and be relaxed. So they have the possibility to send the worksheet to me until that time. And here, this is new. We just put this new option last week. That is the duration in minutes of the worksheet. For example, I want that my students just spend 60 minutes doing it. I will just write 16 and generate the link. And now we have our custom link, and we'll just have to copy. And the platform TopWorksheet let us share the link automatically with Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, WhatsApp, Telegram, email, or even the QR code. And even more, we have here the code to embed this custom link in the website we want. For example, if we have a website or a blog that is from us, we can put it directly by pasting this code. Okay, so that was the first option. The second option, I'm going to leave it for the last one, because it's a little bit longer, okay? And I'm going to the third one, that is that you can download as a PDF. You just have to click and look here. Just a moment, please. The PDF. This is very useful to teachers that want to print the exercises and give to the students physically. Okay, so you can always print it. Embed in my website is the fourth option. That is the same as I've just explained to you. Is the code. You just have to copy and paste in your website. Share on social networks. The same. You just have to click, for example, in Twitter. Oh, well, okay. I don't remember right now the password, but it's very simple. You just have to share it, and it will appear in the tweet, and you just will have to tweet it to share it in the social media. Okay. You can also add to favorites, which is very useful because in my account, we have always, and I will show you later, option that is my favorites one. So if we add to favorites, it will appear there. You can always duplicate a worksheet. This is more thinked to duplicate worksheet from another teachers, because duplicate your own worksheet, it has no much sense. But when you like another worksheet from another teacher, it could be very, very useful to us to copy their worksheet and send to our students. Is a way to save our time if we don't have time to make worksheets, to duplicate from other teachers. Move to folder. This option let you, well, the worksheet is this, okay? Move to the folder. So in the future, you just have to go to the folder and you know the worksheet is going to be there. It's an easy way to find worksheets. In this case, I'm going to move it to my English folder. If I don't know why. Vale. Okay, and that's all. Worksheet move to the folder. Okay. So it's easier and faster for you to find the worksheet later. Here we have the edit button, and if we clicking it, we are inside the editor again, and we can edit whatever we want. If we see some kind of fault or error, we can always put it the right way. We can always edit a worksheet. And the last one, delete worksheet. This one is if you don't like the worksheet or you just want to delete it, you just have to click it and the worksheet will erase. And this was the one I wanted to explain you the last. That is publish worksheet as a Google Classroom assignment. It's very easy. You just have to click, select your account, give all the permissions, and the options we have here are the same as the first option I have shown you. They share with my students button, just with a few changes. For example, here, assignment status, we are going to put not draft, publish it. Always do the same. I always do this to view the correct answer after finishing the worksheet. Yes, are almost the same options. The score system, the allowed time range, that I'm not going to worry anything here. And the duration is exactly the same as the previous one. We create the assignment and Google Classroom assignment created correctly. If we go to our account of Google Classroom, just a moment, I have it here. The worksheet will appear. Okay. Will appear here. Just right now, Cristina Valderrama has published a new assignment by TopWorksheet, the universe. I'm sorry that this is in Spanish. Now Miguel is supposed to receive it because we have put that I am the teacher and Miguel is the student. So now he's gonna show you how the student will receive that assignment and how it will do it.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Let me share the screen. Okay, perfect. Let me go to Classroom. As you can see, I received a task from Cristina at 11 a.m. No, 1 minute ago. So we only, as a student, we go to the Classroom, and our student will upload the tasks for you. Okay, so the student will have to click on the task, and once he click, the student will see the different punctuation for the task, and once he saw all the statements, he or she will only have to click on the task, and he will be directly redirected to the TopWorksheet page to log in with Google Classroom. As you can see, for students who receive the different tasks by Google Classroom, it's not needed to create a student profile. Okay, so for doing the exercise, students don't need to register on our platform. Okay, so the student will log in with Google Classroom, will select his Google account, will click on the permit button, and once he or she permitted, he or she will need to complete the exercise. Okay, I'm going to do it faster. I'm not doing correctly, but don't worry, it's only to do an example about it. Okay, so once the student finish his task, he will click on the finish button, and it will automatically be send it to the teacher. Okay, so let's see. We finish the task. Are you sure you want to finish this worksheet? He click finish. Okay, it's supporting. And as you can see, answers have been sent to your teacher. Okay. So now, Christina, in this case, let me see which ones were, well, how the correct answers were. Okay, so the student will be able to see the correct answers if the teacher let it. Okay, this is all about the options that Christina explained you. Okay, so we come back to the classroom. We refresh the page, and as you can see, we already sent our task to our teacher. So now Christina will show you how she received, sorry, my task. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Let me share the screen. Okay. So now that the student, in this case, Miguel, have just sent his worksheet, we will have to go to my inbox and look here. Miguel Azpeitia is here is his submission pending of the correction. So us as teachers, we'll just have to click and correct it. Well, he haven't answered almost anything, but it will be super easy. The open answers we'll just have to correct manually. For example, this will be okay. And we can always put a message with the form we want. For example, I can put here you. Just a second, please. Well, okay, I don't know. But sorry, you can always put message like, for example, you didn't finish all the exercises. Okay, this is a message. Bueno, whatever. This is a message that will appear to the students once the correction is done. Okay, you just have to click here in the text and choose if you want to do it by a rectangle or a circle. You just have to click here to correct the submission, confirm it, and this will be the final grade. In this case, he wouldn't pass, but you have seen all the answers have been graded automatically. We just have made one manually, that was the open one. So I think that this is all. I think that we have just finished the webinar. I don't know if
Christina, if you want, or if you want, I can explain how to duplicate an existing worksheet for the ones that don't want to create worksheets by themselves, okay, to be able to duplicate. Okay.
Okay. I don't mind it. I can do it if you want it.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So you just have to go to interactive worksheet. That is like the bank of all the worksheet we have. And for example, you just have to search here the topic you want. In this case, I want a worksheet about antonyms in English. For example, this one, you just have to click and click in this option, copy worksheet to my account. You can see that you can see the worksheet is okay. You like it, you don't have time to do one. To save time, you just have to copy it. We click it, copied worksheet will be saved as a draft, You just have to copy and the worksheet copied to your account. If we go to our account, in my worksheets, not in my worksheet, no, here, you just have to go to my account, and here is the copied worksheet from other teachers. I can do it again. If you have any question, you just have to choose the language, the subject, math in this case, for example. I want to add that you can always filter by searching only by the word, by the country, the school level, the school grade, and the age, okay? You have many filters to search worksheets. So for example, I like this one. It's okay to my students. And I just have to copy worksheet to my account. Copy, we go again to my account, and we'll be here. And now we can always, for example, edit it. If we want to add something else, we can add pages, whatever you want. And I think that's all. I don't know if you have any questions.
Yeah, I think that it's all very good explained. If our community have any question, you can ask us about. But as you can see, Sacha is in the chat answering all the questions. So we will let you 3 minutes, more or less, if you have any question, to let you ask about. It's all clear. It's difficult to use. I think that it's very easy and a very intuitive platform. But as I said before, you can use our My Certification program to learn how to use our platform. And I don't know. I think it's an easy platform to use. Maybe it's difficult when you are starting, but once you start making worksheets, you will see that it's good and easy. It's all clear?
I think yes. Anyways, if you have any question, you can always click here in Get Help. And you can ask directly from our community. Here, people are very active. We have questions almost every day. And always you can contact us. So the technical support will answer you any doubt you have, okay? And I think that if you don't have any more questions, we can finish it here.
Yeah. Okay, so it's been a pleasure to do a webinar with you. Our first English webinar. We are trying to improve our English, but it's difficult to communicate with you. But I think that we do it great. So hopefully you will join our platform. You will enjoy it. So make sure to contact with us if you have any question, as Christina said, and that's it.
Yes, it's the first webinar we have done in English, hopefully not the last one. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next webinar. Bye.
Bye, see you. Okay, tienes que dejar